part before. Okay, so you might need to go back and review that video. It's the one where I'm wearing the Guinness Stout t-shirt. So now we're going to start back in on measure 3 through 6 of the 18 bar form. So I'll put that graphic up there. Yeah, so in measure 3 we had the G and hammer on from A sharp to B. And now we're gonna do something that's a pretty common phrasing technique, and that is to repeat the last couple of notes as the beginning of the next lick. So we had, and then on the end of 3, we're going to use those same 2 notes as a pickup into the next one. So we have, after that hammer on, we're going to go to the 2nd string, and we got D and E on the 3rd and 5th frets of string 2. And then we're going to go back to A sharp on the 3rd fret and move down to A natural. And that gives us the 9th on top of that G7 sus4 chord. Kind of a nice fusion sound. Okay, and now we're gonna, let's do that slow with the track, why not? Hey, half speed. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, and a 4, and okay, one more time. 2 and 3 and a 4, and up to speed. Okay, and again, after that, we're gonna have some repetition in a second here, going back to that 9th. So we're gonna pull off from F to E on the 3rd string. That's 3 to 2 on the 4th string. Excuse me, not the 3rd string, and then a D on the 5th string, 5th fret, and then back up to A. Okay, so those 2 together, 3, 1, 2, 3, and a 4, E, and a 1, 2, E, and a 3. Okay, and now we're going to move into the next lick, walking up on the 3rd string. And you'll notice in the not the tab, but the notation, I have the 2nd finger on B natural. That's so that we don't run out of fingers here. We're going to have B and then C on the 3rd string, and then we're going to roll over to E on the 2nd string, 5th fret, and then you got your F on the 6th fret of string 2, and that is anticipating the 11th or the 4th degree of C13 sus4. Okay, so now we're on measure 5. C13 sus4. We're going to come back down on the C Mixolydian scale, pull off from E to D, and then C to D on the 3rd and 2nd strings, and then jump back up and pull off from F to E on the 2nd string, and then roll that ring finger back to C. Kind of tricky, those little 3rd finger rolls. And now we're on beat 4 of that measure, and we're going to go from D on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, to B flat on the 3rd string, and then slide that down to A. So that measure, 3 and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 2, 3, 4 and the coolest one is really this kind of bebop lick in the last measure here. It has some non-diatonic notes in it. This F sharp and C sharp in the over a C7 or C9 chord, I should say. And there are various ways that people explain this chromaticism, you know, coming from a jazz, bebop, or classical standpoint. And I won't get into that. It's just enough to know that if we have a line that's chugging along like this, we can introduce some of these notes, and they sound pretty cool. And this is kind of a cliche lick, right? So starting on A, on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, that's the 13th or the 6th of C. And then we got the F sharp right after that on the 4th string. And then we're going to hammer on to the next beat, the and of 1 with G. And then we're going to go up this C mixolydian on the 3rd string, A, B flat, C. And then we got the C sharp on the 2nd string. And what we're basically doing here is encircling the D. So 3 and 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. That's cool, huh? And now from that, we're going to slide back down from B flat to A. And then we're going to, I'm just confusing myself. We're going to pull off with the pinky from C to B flat and finish off on the upbeat of 4 with the G. So here's that measure again. 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Okay, so that's it for that bar. One thing I would like to point out is the placement of when do you have hammer-ons or pull-offs or slides. Usually in the jazz idiom, you will put the slur so that it lands on the beat. And because this is a 16th note line, the slurs can also land on the and. So on the E of 1, 1 E and 2 E and 3. So you want those pull-offs and hammer-ons to land on the beat when they finish. So 3 E and 4. Because what you want is for the accents to be on the upbeats, and then the slightly quieter notes that you pull off or slide into to be unaccented. So what you get is like a nice sort of swing to it. And it can really make the lick come to life. So let me play the whole 4 bars we got here. There you go. That's going to do it for today. I will get to work on the next one.